Did Foolio's girlfriend really party with Yungeen Ace? This viral clip of Blanco Manny twerking has got everyone talking. Word on the street is she might have been getting down with Foolio's biggest rival, Yungeen Ace. Since Foolio's death on June 23rd, there have been a lot of wild theories and developments. From rumors of him being alive to an alleged photo of Foolio's killer surfacing, the mystery just keeps growing. Stick around as we dive into the latest twists and turns in this explosive story. Is Foolio really dead? Ever since Foolio's tragic death, the streets have been buzzing with all kinds of speculations and wild theories. Everyone's been asking, what really went down that night? Just when we thought we'd heard it all, a new twist has hit the scene. A video of a girl twerking, who many think is Foolio's girlfriend Blanco Manny, has gone viral and started new rumors and wild theories. Blanco is widely recognized as Foolio's girl, but she's got her own life and hustle beyond that. She's a professional hairstylist running her salon, Hair X Wig Killer, where she offers all kinds of styles: cornrows, box braids, knotless braids, faux locks, lemonade braids, and tribal braids. Her skills are all over Instagram and Facebook, showing off her hustle and talent. Blanco's personal life is a bit more low-key, but if you peep her X account, you'll see she's a proud mom to a son. Her posts often give us a glimpse of her life as a parent, showing how important her son is to her. Blanco first stepped into the spotlight when she started dating Foolio, and since his death, the attention on her has only grown. In this viral video, a woman that looks like Blanco is seen twerking, and the internet is losing its mind over it. Check out this clip. As soon as the video began circulating online, many were quick to point fingers, claiming that the woman in the video was Foolio's girlfriend. The accusation spread like wildfire, with social media users and bloggers alike jumping on the bandwagon. The clip has sparked a lot of outrage, with folks questioning why she was out partying just weeks after her boyfriend was killed. Foolio's girlfriend wasted no time in addressing the situation. She took to her social media platforms to deny the allegations. In a fiery post, she wrote, "I wish y'all leave me the f alone. That's not even me for once. For two, not that it's any of y'all businesses, but I spend most of my days in a room crying in. The damn dark. His family got me out the house and my mind on other stuff. I said I'm done grieving on here. Y'all literally clown me all day, every day because my boyfriend dead. I see the comments and the tags and DMs. Y'all blame me for every damn thing too, and it's just something to talk about for y'all. This is my real life. Y'all so insensitive. Go to hell. I don't care and stop sending me the Reddit." The public's reaction to her denial was mixed. While some people sympathized with her and offered their support, others remained skeptical and continued to criticize her. This clip of her twerking has fueled all kinds of speculation. Some are saying she was dancing with Foolio's sworn enemy, Yungeen Ace. Others are even suggesting she was actually there with Foolio himself. This wild theory is gaining traction because Foolio's Instagram has been shockingly active even after his death. The mystery around Foolio's Instagram started popping off on June 28, 2024, just 6 days after he supposedly passed. While fans and the hip-hop community were still shaken, Foolio's Instagram started dropping some strange and unsettling content. One post that really had folks tripping was a promo video that seemed to show Foolio himself. In the clip, he's promoting a brand named Fuel Pack.
Hey, this Foolio, man. Go follow my people Fuel Pack, man. I'm gonna put their app below and I'm gonna put their telelink right there.
But that wasn't the only spooky thing happening. Whoever was behind Foolio's account left a creepy comment on Yungeen Ace's post, Foolio's biggest rival. Ace had posted a link to the music video for Game Over, one of his harshest diss tracks against Foolio. The comment from Foolio's account was just a single trash can emoji, almost like Foolio's ghost wasn't ready to let the beef rest. Yungeen Ace, always ready for a showdown, noticed the comment right away. He clapped back quick, saying, "You still messing with me, dude?" and added 2 laughing emojis. Then in a surprising twist, he wrote, "I love you for Eva." Given how vicious his diss tracks against Foolio were, that love was definitely sarcastic. The mystery surrounding Julio Foolio's death deepened on June 30th, when the person behind the account uploaded a no-jumper interview featuring the late rapper. The video included a chilling message, "I'll never die, I'm a demigod," accompanied by a devil emoji.
I'm gonna be here for sure. I ain't gonna know I'm a demigod, man. You can't get me.
This cryptic post left fans and followers in a state of confusion and disbelief. Fans were quick to voice their skepticism and demand answers. "Bro confusing everybody like, are you dead or what tit?" one fan commented. "I won't believe he's dead until I see a funeral," another wrote. The lack of an autopsy report or a public funeral only fueled the speculation further, leaving fans to wonder if Foolio's death was a hoax. On July 2nd, Foolio's Instagram account posted another cryptic video. This time, it depicted Foolio as The Undertaker, the WWE wrestler famous for playing dead before rising again. The brief video included a caption caption telling his fans that "my grandma does voodoo," seemingly implying that he would return from the dead or that he couldn't be killed. This haunting post only added to the growing mystery and left fans even more bewildered. While all this was going down, the police were busy holding press conferences, promising to do everything they could to find who was behind Foolio's murder.
I'm working very closely with the Jacksonville Sheriff. I spoke to him today. I've spoken to the statewide prosecutor. I've spoken to our prosecutor. I've spoken to the FBI and the ATF, and everybody is working together to ensure that we can make an arrest and hold those accountable that are coming into our city committing these violent crimes.
The night of Foolio's death was a whirlwind of mystery and chaos. In a newly surfaced alleged photo of the incident, the assailant is seen approaching Foolio's vehicle with a level of precision and confidence that suggests they knew exactly where to find him and how to catch him off guard. Earlier that day, Foolio was hosting a private birthday party in Tampa, Florida at a rented Airbnb. The guest list was packed with his close friends and crew. But things took a dark turn around 4:40 a.m. in the parking lot of the Holiday Inn Tampa North. Foolio had to leave the Airbnb because they exceeded the occupancy limit and moved the party to the Holiday Inn. The attack was an ambush, with multiple gunmen opening fire on 2 vehicles. Foolio was pronounced dead at the scene, and 3 others were injured but are expected to survive. The shooters targeted Foolio and his group right outside the hotel, creating a chaotic scene with gunshots ringing out. The black sedan Foolio was in was heavily damaged by the gunfire. In the alleged photo, Foolio's black vehicle is seen parked outside the hotel. The brake lights are on, indicating that the vehicle was either stopping or trying to flee. This detail has sparked intense debate among fans and analysts. Was Foolio trying to escape, or was he ambushed while stationary? The most striking part of the photo is the figure of the killer. Positioned with almost military precision, the assailant stands on the passenger side of the vehicle where Foolio was seated. The proximity is chilling. The killer was so close he could have opened the door if he wanted to. This raises several questions. How did the killer get so close without being noticed? Was Foolio caught off guard, or was there a moment of recognition before the fatal shots were fired? The photo doesn't provide answers, but it does show the killer's confidence and control over the situation. The image, which shows the killer aiming directly at Foolio, has sparked numerous theories and speculations about the identity of the shooter, because one thing is for sure, Foolio had a lot of enemies. Foolio's enemies. One name that keeps popping up when folks talk about Foolio's enemies is Kodak Black. People started calling Kodak Foolio's enemy after a beef that went down a while back. Like Foolio, Kodak Black hails from Florida, but he's from Pompano Beach while Foolio was raised in Jacksonville. Kodak's early life was rough, filled with poverty and instability. From a young age, he found his escape in music, starting to rap in elementary school. He began recording his tracks at a local trap house, which became a key part of his early career. Just like Foolio, Kodak is no stranger to controversy. As Kodak Black's fame grew, so did his legal troubles. His first major run-in with the law was in 2016 when he was accused of sexual assault in South Carolina. This serious allegation marked the beginning of a series of legal battles that would overshadow his rising music career. In 2017, Kodak faced multiple arrests. He was nabbed for armed robbery and false imprisonment in Florida. Later that year, he got arrested again for violating his house arrest. These legal issues started to hit his public image hard, but that was just the beginning. By 2019, Kodak's legal problems escalated when he was charged with making false statements to possess firearms. He was accused of lying on a government form while trying to buy weapons. With his past violent crimes and possible connections to a shooting, federal prosecutors saw him as a danger to society. In November 2019, Kodak took a plea deal and got sentenced to 46 months in federal prison. This was a major blow to his career, as it meant being away from the music scene for a long time. Despite this setback, Kodak kept dropping music from behind bars, determined to keep his career alive. In a surprising twist, Kodak Black's sentence was commuted by President Donald Trump in January 2021. The commutation was part of a wave of last-minute pardons and commutations from the outgoing president. Kodak's release was met with mixed reactions. Some celebrated his freedom, while others questioned the decision. Even after his release, Kodak's legal troubles weren't over. He still faced charges of criminal assault in South Carolina. In April 2021, he took a plea deal and got 18 months of probation, but his legal issues kept piling up. In mid-2021, Kodak failed a drug test and was ordered to enter rehab for 90 days. By January 2022, Kodak was arrested for trespassing in his hometown of Pompano Beach. Later that year in July, he faced charges of trafficking oxycodone and possession of a controlled substance after cops found 31 oxycodone pills in his car during a traffic stop. These charges just added to his growing list of legal problems threatening to derail his career. The legal drama continued into 2023. On December 7th, Kodak Black was arrested for possession of cocaine and tampering with evidence after allegedly violating his probation, leading to his return to federal custody. The These constant legal run-ins have cast a long shadow over Kodak's music career, making it difficult for him to focus solely on his artistry. The beef between Foolio and Kodak Black kicked off with a bunch of social media stunts and provocations. Back in April 2021, Kodak went live on Instagram with two rappers from Jacksonville, part of a crew called 448. During the live stream, Kodak started throwing shade at some of the rising Jacksonville artists, including Foolio. He called them babies and claimed Jacksonville territory as his own.
Man, some babies up there in Duval. Y'all make sure Baby Soldier, Yungeen Ace, Foolio, whoever up there, make sure they know 448, whoever, I don't give a it's just whoever, the whole Duval, make sure the whole Duval know this. Duval my section.
Apparently, this didn't sit well with Foolio. He clapped back by posting an Instagram story of himself at Kodak Black's old hood, the Golden Acres Projects. This move was seen as a direct challenge to Kodak, who responded by likening Foolio to Tekashi 6ix9ine and calling him a clout chaser.
Gotta jump out, take a quick little picture, act like that. Nigga on some 6ix9ine.
Foolio fired back, claiming he could move around Kodak's hood comfortably and that the hood didn't mess with Kodak anymore.
You gotta stop that, bro, because you called me explaining yourself, bro. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I just know what's really going on. You can't throw the cross at me, bro. I know what's going on, bro. You hear me?
Foolio's response suggested there was more to the story. The back and forth continued on Instagram Live, with Kodak even popping into Foolio's. Our live session, though Foolio didn't respond at the time. The motivation behind Foolio's decision to publicly challenge Kodak remains unclear, but several theories have emerged. Some believe Foolio was reacting to Kodak name-dropping him and other Florida rappers, including Yungeen Ace, claiming he runs Duval County. Others think it was payback for Kodak linking up with Yungeen Ace behind the scenes. No one knows for sure, but it's clear these two are definitely enemies in the eyes of many. Another well-known enemy of Foolio is Yungeen Ace. Born Kenyatta Bullard, Ace had a rough start in life that fueled his gritty and raw music career. Originally from East Chicago, Indiana, he moved to Jacksonville, Florida, at a young age with his family. Growing up in Jacksonville, Ace was surrounded by crime and poverty. To survive, he quickly adapted to his environment, getting into trouble and even spending time in juvie. Music became his escape, a way to channel his frustrations and hardships into something real. As he started making and dropping tracks, he began to see success. His single No Witness solidified his rep as one of Jacksonville's hottest up-and-coming artists. However, it was his beef with Foolio that shot him into the national spotlight. Foolio leads the KTA gang, while Ace is down with the ATK gang. This rivalry turned violent and deadly, grabbing headlines and shocking audiences worldwide. In 2017, Ace's life took a dramatic turn when he was arrested and charged with accessory to a crime after the fact for being the getaway driver during an attempted robbery. The charge stemmed from a 2016 home invasion involving his homie DeAndre Thomas, aka Trey Shorty. During the robbery, Trey allegedly tried to rob two people selling weed and fired shots, barely missing a 12-month-old baby. Ace, who was driving the getaway car, got caught up as an accomplice in the shooting. He spent almost a year in jail and was hit with 31 months of probation. Trey Shorty dodged arrest for the robbery but got picked up later for a different crime that lit the fuse between KTA and ATK. Trey was eventually arrested for the murder of Zion Brown, Foolio's cousin. Witnesses said Thomas threw a brick through a sliding glass door and started blasting into the living room, hitting Zion and his two sisters. Zion died, but the girls survived. Trey was arrested. This murder cranked the beef between KTA and ATK into an all-out war. The tension hit a boiling point, turning the streets of Jacksonville into a battlefield. In June 2018, Yungeen Ace's life took another tragic turn. On June 5th, Ace, his brother Trayvon Bullard, Royale Smith, and Jacoby Groover decided to celebrate at Wasabi, a Japanese steakhouse in Jacksonville. Little did they know, the night would end in bloodshed. As they were leaving the shopping center, another car pulled up at a stoplight and started firing. The loss of his brother and close friends was a devastating blow to Ace, turning his heart cold and fueling his rage against Foolio. Many believe Yungeen Ace even had a hand in Foolio's death, and it didn't help when Ace dropped two diss tracks targeting his late rival right after his death. The first track, Do It, came out just hours after Foolio's passing on June 23, 2024. In this track, Yungeen Ace boldly references Foolio's death with lines like "catch his and do his you know he's finished," implying a final end to their beef. Shortly after, on June 28, 2024, Yungeen Ace released another diss track titled Game Over. This song continued to diss Foolio, with Ace rapping about getting a call early in the morning about a death and explicitly mentioning that one of the 4 people in the car was dead while 3 others were hit. Another major enemy of Foolio is Xu, whose real name is Hakeem Robinson. Known for his alleged involvement in multiple murders and his ties to the ATK gang, Xu has built a notorious reputation. Back in the day, Xu and Foolio used used to run in the same circles. They kicked it together, collaborated on tracks, and were seen as up-and-coming stars in the Jacksonville rap scene. Their raw and unfiltered lyrics reflected the gritty realities of their neighborhoods, resonating with fans who understood their stories of struggle and survival. However, as both their careers started to blow up, so did the tension between them. The real beef began when they joined rival gangs. Kazoo linked up with ATK, led by rapper Yungeen Ace, while Foolio sided with KTA. This set the stage for a fierce rivalry that would only get worse over time. Kazoo's deep hatred for Foolio is believed to have escalated after the KTA gang allegedly killed his brother Willie Addison, known as Boss Goon. Boss Goon was gunned down on January 16, 2019, after leaving Paradise Gentlemen's Club in Jacksonville. He was in a car with others when shooters opened fire, killing him and injuring 5 others. This attack was part of the deadly back-and-forth violence between ATK and KTA. Currently, Xu is awaiting trial for the murders of Charles McCormick, aka Lil Buck, and Adrian Gaynor Jr., known as Bibby. Even from behind bars, Xu didn't let prison stop him from reacting to Foolio's death and clowning on it.
Why you ain't stay with me? Why you had to leave?
He also took to social media, posting a pic of himself, Foolio, and 2 others with a caption that read, "You knew when you took your last breath I was gonna smoke your up. It's gonna be boring without you. Voodoo couldn't save you." This reaction adds to the mix of responses since Foolio's death, with some being shockingly insensitive. Other reactions to Foolio's death. Right after Foolio's death, his girlfriend Manny Blanco was one of the first to post some heart-wrenching messages about losing him. In the days following Foolio's tragic passing, Manny Blanco took to X to share her raw and unfiltered emotions. Her posts give us a real glimpse into her deep sorrow and the struggle of losing her man. One of her most gut-wrenching posts reads, "This shit's so unreal, I just woke up and smiled and tried to wrap my arm around my boyfriend and realized his ass not even alive or next to me." In another post, Manny Blanco let out her anger and heartbreak, writing, "He was shot and killed last night while celebrating his 26th birthday. Y'all took my boyfriend from me. I hate y'all, and I won't be the only one crying." Her words show the intense pain and anger she feels toward those responsible for Foolio's death. These posts have resonated deeply with many of her followers, who have been flooding her with condolences and support during this difficult time. But not everyone has been kind. Despite all the love and support, there's been some hate comments criticizing her way of mourning, especially after the alleged video of her went viral. While there were more heart-wrenching reactions like Monty B's, some were insensitive, like those from Charleston White. White is a controversial figure, known for his inflammatory remarks and wild actions. White's comments were brutal and unapologetic. He took to Instagram and mocked Foolio for celebrating his birthday, despite being shot in the foot the previous year.
Nigga got his foot shot off, ain't supposed to be bouncing around on his birthday. Man, get somewhere and sit down and rest that foot and work your hips, nigga. Nigga supposed to be
In the video, Charleston White went so far as to say that no one should mourn Foolio because he got what was coming to him.
Should nobody be sad what did happen to Foolio? One thing we know about it, he didn't go to heaven. Yeah, now one thing about it, he ain't in heaven. He had all the time in the world to apologize to them people. He was going to the graveyard, rapping at the graveyard. Man, that nigga making people mama cry.
Charleston wasn't the only one with insensitive comments. Rapper Spinabens also stirred the pot with his reaction. Spinabens, whose real name is Noah Williams, is a Jacksonville rapper known for his viral hit Who I Smoke, which blew up for its provocative lyrics mocking the deaths of rival gang members. His career has been marked by controversy. He has faced multiple legal battles, including a high-profile gun possession case where he was ultimately found not guilty. The case revolved around allegations that he had his girlfriend purchase a firearm for him, which was later found during a traffic stop. Prosecutors even tried to use his song lyrics as evidence, arguing that they reflected real-life events. Besides gun charges, Spinabens has had his share of house arrest incidents. He was sentenced to 6 months in jail for tampering with his court-ordered ankle monitor. His criminal record includes convictions for witness tampering and carrying a concealed firearm, making his legal situation even more complicated. After Foolio's death, Spinabens took to Instagram and reposted one of King Von's old tweets that said, "Game over, we won," which many saw as a blatant celebration of Foolio's demise. The backlash was immediate. Fans and social media users quickly condemned Spinabens for his lack of empathy and respect. One user on X expressed their disgust, writing, "This is disgusting. Rip Foolio. Spinabens needs to find Christ." Another user bluntly stated, "Spinabens going to hell for that story." Adding to the controversy, Spinabens and other ATK members were accused of planning to release a diss track using the beat from Chingy's Holiday Inn to further mock Foolio. This move was seen as a blatant provocation, signaling that the feud between the two factions was was far from over. The idea of dropping a diss track so soon after Foolio's death was like pouring gasoline on an already raging fire, and it only intensified the animosity. Not long after, tragedy struck again. Spinabin's brother was killed in what appeared to be a retaliatory attack. The streets are watching closely, and the fans are left wondering what will happen next. As long as these deep-seated grudges and gang affiliations continue to drive their actions, the cycle of retaliation and violence shows no signs of stopping. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.